Welcome back. Okay, this conversation is different this time because last time
Yeah,
we were here sitting with you introducing MYNE Beauty, and now we're living in it. And I think what
because
matters
your
is
youth
that
never ends.
yes, your youth never
Yes.
never ends. Yes, because women don't care what something promises; we care what actually holds up over time. So
Yeah, let's be
let's go.
honest. We've
Uh huh.
both tried enough products to know a first good impression that doesn't mean anything. And I'm going to tell you, I have so many products. It's kind of silly. It's like almost I've actually gotten really good about like putting the product, like the marketing thing into chat and having chat tell me how like the
Oh, that's a good
reviews and that
idea.
sort of thing. And it's prevented me from purchasing a lot of stuff. But you've
Wow.
got to keep reaching for it, right? Like until it ends up in the drawer with everything else. Like we want to try, right? We're willing to try, but wow, this was very, very, very much a cool experience.
Yes, it was. So let's start.
Good.
As I mentioned, I wanted to start with because you're going to come on again. We're going to talk about some of the other products and stuff. Right now, let's start with Sleep with Me because I did,
Leave
uh,
with me.
sleep with
Yeah.
me. Yes, yes, because I didn't go in thinking that this was gonna change thing overnight, right? I actually use a lot of different products, and I'm actually really good at ritual, and I do use the cleansing, the toner, and the serum, and, the under eye creams, and like I said, I use a lot of different products, and of course, we all get skeptical. I typically can be a little skeptical right away, not in a negative way, right? Because when you try so many products and you're like, "Gosh, I hope this works." I was literally using your product, I was really impressed with it. The hydration, my skin feels so good. I replaced your Sleep With Me for my night cream that I normally use, and I've been really happy. I felt like my skin was smoother. I noticed a
Bless
difference,
you.
and so yes, oh bless you, geez.
Bless
And I
you.
wasn't looking for it, and it just showed
Excuse
up,
me.
right? It just showed up. I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
really like the way my skin feels. It's different. Feels different.
Well,
Uh,
that's good because it's literally designed for us, ladies.
it is designed for us.
So I'm not very good with rituals and but I was very honest with this. I did all of it. I feel like that the cream, the Sleep With Me is like it felt like I don't know, it was like I'm just hopping into some butter and it just felt so good and
Yeah.
soothing and
Yeah.
like it's just feels amazing. But I think what's crazy for me was I went out to dinner on Friday night with some girlfriends and there were 6 of us at the table and I was the first to arrive with one other, my friend Adriana, and she was like, "What is going on with your skin? Your skin looks so great." And I was like, "Really?" Like, "Oh, that feels so nice to hear because my skin, always to me it feels like freckly and wrinkly. I'm a freckly, wrinkly bitch. So anyone to say, "Hey,
No.
your skin looks great." I'm like, "Oh
Stop.
gosh, that feels so nice." And so I told her about your products. So cut to the 4 other women arrive. I'm having a conversation with Jen across from me, Jen Bear, and Jen's like, "What's going on with your skin?" Like, this is like in the same dinner, in the same and we're all not, talking like it wasn't like everybody's saying it all together. It was individual conversations. And
That's
then
great.
Melissa, same thing. She's like, "What's going on with your skin? Your skin looks so good." So I was like, "Oh my God, you guys have got to try this." And I was like going on and on about, the brand and all about the different things, and I pulled out because I carried a little compact. I know we're talking about, Sleep With Me, but I pulled out the little compact and I was, like, bragging on your mirror, like how
High
it's right there
times.
and I could see myself,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they tried it, like I was like, "I put it on my lips, I put it on my cheeks, I put it on my eyes, like, for
I
eyeshadow."
put a little bit too. I do a little bit on there too. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
feels like it's
lightly.
giving me this,
I
like, a
didn't hear that,
sun-kissed
but
look, but I
Oh.
a
Oh, you couldn't
sun-kissed
hear? Can you
look.
hear us? Can you hear us
Oh,
now, Liz?
yeah, no, 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 I can hear you, but I'm pretending that I didn't hear that you put it on your eyelids because
Oh,
you're not
you're
supposed
not
to.
supposed to? Oh my
I'm
god.
pretending I didn't hear
oh,
it.
got
Okay.
it.
But if you
I was
enjoyed
like,
it,
wait
you
a minute.
enjoyed it.
Oh my god, it looks great. Anyway,
Good.
I got so many compliments from my girlfriends, and I was telling them all about the brand, and I had the compact with me, and it felt so surreal, really, to have like there were 6 of us sitting there, and the 3 that were closest to me all made a comment, and this was just Friday night, and this is only
Wow.
after using your product.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Liz, I
good
mean,
on you, cheese.
that's telling, right? That's telling, Cheese, right there, right? That showed proof that you didn't even ask for it. You just went out there and people noticed. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what surprised me
Yeah.
the most. Like, it's not, there's so many brands out there that's like, oh, you're gonna fix something overnight. And so then you have these high expectations and you get disappointed really quickly, right? And so
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of products out there can be very aggressive and they're saying that they're gonna correct things right away. And so for me, the experience in using your product, like I said, it just showed up, right? I started sleeping with it. And first of all, a little goes a long way, right? You don't need a lot
Yeah.
of it, which I noticed that, which is
Unless you're like
amazing. And
me,
you know
I'm
what
a
I also
whore
do,
and
Liz?
I just slather. Yeah,
You
but,
little tiny
but
slut.
but what I love
I
about it is
am.
too also, Liz, because I still have a lot that I put on my face, right? And then whatever extra I do on the back of my hands. I just do them on the back of
Oh,
my
back of
hands
your hands,
and
your
in the my
neck,
and my
your
neck. Oh, of
décolletage.
course, into
Yes.
my neck. I go between my
Wait, are we
cleavage.
allowed
I
to?
do all of
Don't
it.
hey, you better be allowed to.
Yes, you're
No,
allowed
no,
to.
but no,
Okay, good.
when I do the sleep with me, I do it on my face, my neck, right? And I also go down in between my chest and between my
Yep.
breast, and I put it on my hands. And anyways, it feels so good and just rich and silky smooth. And it just
Yep,
literally just showed up. So,
Well, nothing makes me
I
happier than hearing that.
appreciate it. And look at the skin. I mean, I got freckles and everything, but this girl in July is gonna be 60. And I'm not bragging or anything, but I feel like for being
I would
60,
be.
I I feel like, okay, I am a ritual queen with my
Yeah.
taking care of my skin, my neck, it's just important to me when I look in the mirror.
Yeah.
But I do know when I look in the mirror, I am getting older. But I do look at myself and say, you know what, girl? I love you.
You look
I
amazing.
love you.
I love that. I love that you talk to yourself that way.
Try to be,
Yeah.
try to be, try to be positive. Try to be that
We
way.
can be very mean to ourselves. In fact, we speak to ourselves like nobody. I mean, we would never talk the way we talk to ourselves to other people. Think about it. Like when you look at yourself in the mirror, you see the way women just off the cuff say these very horrible things about themselves. Nobody would ever say that to them. And you would never say that to anybody else. And so I love that you speak kindly to yourself because
Yeah.
I
Well,
really wish,
I was going
frankly,
to
we
ask
all
you
did.
this question. No, I wanted to ask you this question. Like, what would you say to women who are tired of trying things and feel like nothing is working anymore? Like, what would you say to that woman out there?
What does that mean working anymore? We're alive, we're happy, we've got our health. I mean, you have lines and you have wrinkles. We all do. We all are going to
Hmm.
get them. That's gravity, that's time, and that's the
Yeah.
sun. I mean, that's their
Yeah.
job. And by the time we
Yeah.
hit our 50s and 60s and well into our 70s and 80s, they take hold.
Yeah.
It shouldn't change who
Yeah.
you are and it shouldn't change how
Exactly.
you feel.
Uh-huh.
I do think that we're in a very different era now of women our age, right? I mean, we're all around the same age. And I think there was a time before that we were put out to pasture. I don't think it was on purpose, but I just think that women, as they got older, they didn't want to be seen, but we want to be seen. And I think we're trying to be seen and we're trying to enjoy ourselves. But I just want to make sure that we can accept ourselves for what we are and not have to change how we look too drastically to feel good about ourselves because we
yeah.
shouldn't have to look good on the outside or look like we did when we were younger to feel
Uh-huh.
good.
Yeah,
I
you know
got a
what's
question for
interesting?
you.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say what's interesting for
Yeah.
before you hold that question to Cheese. Cheese and I were just talking about the other night about some of these celebrities getting facelifts, right? We were just
Yeah.
talking about facelifts and doing some stuff. But some of the celebrities, which I love them, I could really tell that they've gotten them. Their skin's really tight. Their mouth looks longer because they're pulled so tight, right? That scares me that I mean, I know they're in the profession that they are and they have to look a certain type to keep up, but that's what we see, right? Women see what's happening, and so then we're trying to follow it, right? So,
Agree. I do agree with that. But I think those facelifts have been going on for a very long time. And again,
yeah.
social media hypes everything. But we also see the flip side of that. The Pamela Andersons, the Rachel Wards,
Mhm.
the Cameron Diaz's, and a lot of these other actresses and models. Christy Turlington, I just saw a picture of her and she looks stunning and gorgeous, but she's got wrinkles.
She's embracing.
She is. And I think all of those women who are embracing it are counterbalancing the surgical women, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we've never really seen mature women look natural and stand up for it, you know? In modern history, we haven't seen that. So I'm really happy that we're starting to see that. I think we're always gonna have the facelifts. Those are the people with the
Mhm.
money. They're the
Yeah.
people with
Quick
big
fix.
egos. Well, but they, look, when you grow up like that, I believe I didn't grow up as an actress. I didn't grow up with, that type of attention to myself. So I imagine it must be very difficult to just suddenly have everything fall when your younger counterparts look so fresh and dewy and glowy. I imagine that must be very difficult, but it's not
Mhm.
reality. It's not the rest of the world, you know? And I love the
Mhm.
fact that there are so
Yeah.
many women now in Hollywood who are embracing their natural selves, which makes the average person like me, frankly, feel so much better, about aging normally. I'm not going to say gracefully, but I'm going to say normally because I
Mhm.
don't know what that means.
Yeah. Cheese, I'm sorry I cut you off. Go ahead and
No,
ask your question.
no problem. It's just this is curious me, and that
Yeah,
without giving away your secret sauce, I'm fascinated how you differentiate. You obviously have all this experience from, historically from in the beauty industry, but
yeah,
what would you say, why am I getting these comments from my, friends? What do
yeah,
you think it is that, makes yours stand out and actually work, if that
yeah.
makes sense?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. And I think the secret sauce for me was working with my chemist on the bench. And again, you're right, Cheese. I have been doing this for a really long time. So my index of what ingredients I really wanted to add in there was quite large. I also did incredible research on the slow release retinol that we used to make sure that it really was an efficacious retinol, but delivered it very slowly into the skin. I think what does make this product different from other retinol products is retinol is not created equally. There's a generic word out there and people see a product with the word retinol on there, but they don't actually know what kind of retinol is in their formula. And the retinol that we use in Sleep With Me is a very gentle retinol. And what I mean by gentle is it's not gentle in its efficacy by any stretch of the imagination. But retinol in general is this very powerful molecule and it wants to just jam itself into your skin and it wants to go down deep into the dermis and it wants to stir up the cell renewal of your
Mhm.
skin, which is great because that's what it should do. But if you use a jackhammer to do that on your skin, what it does is it causes redness and irritation and flaking because you're hitting your skin with this material and your skin can't tolerate that. So I'm sure you guys have heard this before when people say, "Oh, I can't tolerate retinol." That's probably true if you're using a very aggressive retinol
Got
that's
it.
not
I didn't realize there were so
gently.
many out there that were different. Yeah.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So
Okay. Educational.
knowing that we're in our 50s now and our skin cell turnover rate slows dramatically, we have to get that cell renewal process. But if we just put traditional retinol on there, what are we going to do? We're going to irritate our skin. So we use this retinol that very gently releases itself into the skin. So while you're getting the full dose, you're getting it going gently into the skin. It's like surgery with a scalpel versus jamming it in there as a
A
jackhammer.
jackhammer. Yeah.
So
Wow.
what that does is it allows the cells to turn over, but it won't cause redness and it won't cause that flakiness that can come with retinol. And because you can tolerate it so much better, you can actually use it every single night. And if you're somebody new to retinol, the time it takes for you to get adjusted to it is substantially shorter than if you use regular retinol. And it's so specific, this particular retinol. And we really did look for this very specific material that would work in this particular base of ingredients so that it was incredibly powerful and efficacious, but luxurious and beautiful to apply while you're getting
Yeah,
these amazing results.
right. So
Yeah.
it co and the cream complements it so well, the Sleep With Me, like, it seems like it's just like they're did you have that in mind to have them kind of work together, so wonderfully?
You
Like, it
mean the
seems
serum and the
the
cream?
serum and the cream, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you too. developing products, you have to develop if they're intended to be used together, you really have to use them together because serums, for example, a lot of serums have water in them, but they also have polymers in them and other active materials. And those polymers, which are the materials that can make the textures feel really beautiful and can also moisturize the skin, they can sit on your skin and create a film. And if you're not careful, they're not compatible with the creams that go on top. And what happens is the cream sits on top and it disrupts that polymer film. And I'm sure you've experienced this before. It will pill. It'll feel like, it'll almost look like your skin is sloughing off, but it's not your skin. It's just the material of the
Oh,
of
oh.
the product underneath it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's not compatible and they just want to roll off your skin.
And
So we
so
made
then it's
sure.
not working, and then it's not working. The serum's not working, and you don't get the benefits from that. And then, you're paying
Yeah.
for all this money, and so if you got if you're doing the wrong and they're not
Wrong
compatible.
Right, right.
Yeah,
combination.
the wrong
Yeah, so
combination, yeah,
that's why
exactly.
we wanted to make sure that they really work together. They had to work together. So there are synergistic materials that we knew when we put in the serum, we knew that those would work with the materials in the cream so that they didn't fight each other.
Okay,
Gotcha.
got it. So I got a question. How long should a woman realistically give a product before, hey, I give up on it or not?
Yeah.
How long should a woman know that?
Well, uh, I'm going to say it's going to differ by age bracket
Hmm.
as we get
Let's talk
older.
about our age bracket.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, yeah, I
So for
guess.
our age bracket, I would say you really have to give something a month. I think anything below that, your cell cycle hasn't turned over even once yet. So I think if you really want to see a true difference, you have to go through one cell cycle, which
Okay.
is roughly a month, and do it as a long month, like a 30-day or a
Yeah.
31-day. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
A
Yeah.
cheese. What was that
I had a
cheese?
bug. I had a
My
bug.
God.
Spastic clap.
I thought she was like clapping for Liz. All right,
Yeah,
Liz.
but it was like a
A month.
spastic clap.
Like,
Ah,
I literally was debating in my head, like, do I kill this thing or do I let it float right near me? But no, I do. Liz, I love this story. Okay.
Spazzy
Well, it's
cheese.
okay. We want to give you the floor some more, right? Because this is, I actually am appreciating so much more of you speaking than us. And there's someone else listening right now. There's a woman listening right now. She's in her 50s and she doesn't feel powerful. Feels
Yeah.
like she's changing, losing parts of herself. She's not as
set the
confident.
stage, cheese. Set the
Yeah,
stage.
what would you say directly to her? I mean, do you feel like at this age there is kind of universally everybody can use your products and feel like much better if they give it the month time frame, that sort of thing? Or what would you say?
So I would say get yourself together, put on your SPF during the day, put on a little makeup, brush your hair, smile into that mirror, and remind yourself about how great you really are as a human being and as a person. I would tell that to them. Do not let a wrinkle ruin your day because it's not worth it. It's not worth ruining your day over. That's what I would want to say to this woman because I do think that women get very down on themselves because internally, they still feel the same, right? I mean, I still feel like I'm 20, 25 sometimes, I still, I hear it in my head. I sound like it. I still feel like it. I still want to do the same things. But then I look in the mirror and I'm like, who are you? You're not 25 anymore. But we have to come to terms with that because that's real and that is reality. And I'm grateful for every trip around the sun that I have at this point. And if I get a line or a wrinkle, or if I get my little jowls or some dark spots, that's life and that's okay. I want to put on creams and lotions that are going to keep my skin feeling soft and looking the best that it can. But there is a reality to what real skin looks like at our age. And I want us to accept it. I want us to just feel good about where we are with
I
our
love
skin and
that.
our.
I really do. Kind of be present.
Yeah. So what I think I'm taking from this conversation is that this chapter is not about like becoming less. It's about
No.
becoming more of who you actually are.
Yeah.
And Liz, thank you for reminding women that aging isn't something we're supposed to be fighting. It's something we're
No,
supposed to step into, baby.
it's a privilege because the alternative is
Yeah.
not good, ladies.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and if you're in that space right now, you're not behind, you need clarity, right? Like, it's about getting clarity and,
Mhm.
a good day is one that's above ground, ladies.
I think I told you guys this the last time, but my dad, if you ever asked my dad, "How you doing today, dad?" And he would go, "It's a good day." And this was, "I don't feel the pine box."
That's
I
And
funny.
he's
love
like,
it.
That
"Yep,
is
it's a
cute.
great day. I'm
That's
alive."
cute. That's cute. That's really cute. I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh my gosh. That's
But it's
awesome, I love
true. I
it.
mean, aside from, a few wrinkles and dark spots and fading lashes and all of the stuff that doesn't really matter, we're still there. Our minds are still there. Good Lord, we have so much wisdom and we have so much knowledge and we have so much that we've done in our lives and we should be grateful for them. I want to focus on those things and not really focus on the things that just happen with age. And it's not a bad thing. It just happens.
Yep.
Yeah. So wherever you are in your journey, I'm gonna try to get this tie this in a little bow and wrap it
Yeah.
up, but your seat is still here, so don't give up, ladies.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure a lot
You heard it
of
from
this
Liz.
episode yes, love Liz.
Still, use your sleep with me at night. Let your
Yeah.
skin feel as soft as it possibly
Yes.
can. You
I
Absolutely.
love
know?
it. I love the sleep with me. I love
It
it.
is amazing. It's like, I swear, it's like, "Oh my god, I feel so
Well, it also has
pretty."
so many other phenomenal ingredients in there. We have these things called biomimetic moisturizers. And these are lipids that your skin naturally understands and accepts. So if you think about it, your skin, which is very tough, and it's on 70% of your body, it protects you so dramatically from everything on the outside, but it also
The
protects
environment.
everything on the inside. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it doesn't allow things through it very easily. You really have to know what materials to put on it that will that will allow it to, penetrate and pull down into the epidermis and then ultimately down into the dermis. So there are these biomimetic moisturizers that we use it's a blend of lipids like squalene and candelilla, shea butter, and a bunch of other sterols that your body recognizes. So it's like somebody coming to your front door. If you don't recognize them, you're not going to let them into your front door. You would never let a
Mhm.
stranger into your house. But if it was somebody you knew, you'd open the door and you would gladly let them in. Well, these biomimetic lipids, that's how your skin reacts to them. They're like, "Oh, we recognize you. Come on in." And by allowing those lipids to come in, those lipids help to create a lipid structure that we naturally lose as we get older. So not only does the retinol help, but you have these wonderful moisturizers that your skin naturally accepts and allows in. So you're getting this wonderful moisturization. There's vitamin C in there. There's niacinamide, which helps to strengthen the skin. And there's peptides too, small molecules that help to drive into the skin and are like cell communicating material. They're telling your cells to do something, speed up collagen production or ramp up elastin production. So all of these things tied together creates that beautiful, luxurious, wonderfully sensorial cream.
Well,
And
I
it
And it's
not
gotta
like
tell
not
sets
you,
them
I'm telling
right.
you, it's like nothing else. I honestly will say I've never felt a cream that feels that like, luxurious is the perfect way to put it. It feels like luxury, just,
well, I
just
tell you what, Cheese has been opening that door with no lip about it and letting those lipids in.
Let them in, baby.
That's right. That's the message I'm
oh,
getting. And your girlfriends are giving you some heavy positive lip about it because they
Well,
notice.
I hope so, and I hope you'll share where you got it from, and they'll all
Oh,
come
she
to
she
MYNE
will.
Beauty.
of
Cheese is
course.
definitely, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely doing that
Yep,
for
yep.
sure. We
Thank you.
do, Liz. We do love it, and I say we do another episode with you on the next one. We should talk about those compacts because I know Cheese and I use mine every day. I use it multiple
Oh,
times
yeah.
in
Good,
the day, so I
Yeah,
can't wait
every
to
day.
do one on that one. Right?
good,
I
Yeah.
have one where my regular makeup is and one in my purse. And so, like, the
good.
regular makeup, as I'm putting it on, I do it, and then my purse is just kinda like a touch up, like,
Yeah.
throw it on
Yeah.
my lips or whatever, not on my eyes though, because
And that
I'm
mirror is
got
is
in
a
trouble for
lifesaver.
that.
You
Uh,
you can do it, just I just don't
don't
don't tell me. So I'll
She's
tell
like,
you
"No,
why.
that's not where it goes. I
Yeah, I
watched you
wanna know.
on
I
one of
wanna
your
know.
social medias, and I'm copying what you do, like how you do it right here, and you do it up a little bit higher up here.
I always
I'm
go up
copying
here.
you.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm
Well,
doing."
there are in makeup, there are colorants, right? The things that actually make up the color of the product. And
Uh-huh.
there's tons of them. And there are powders, there's lakes, there's FD&C colors, there's titanium, there's bromium chloride. There's a million different colorants that you could use. But the colors themselves, if you use a red colorant, they're not designated for use in the eye area. And so if you look at the
Mm.
ingredient label,
Jeez,
yeah,
we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
no, 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 no. Believe me, you
Is
can
that
use them
why I can't
anywhere.
see? I can't.
That's your old age for glasses. Put on your readers,
I was
girl.
gonna say, that's not the product, honey. That's your glasses.
That's
I'm
your
like,
glasses.
so you guys, as we're going on, like I oh wait, oh, it's over here? Okay. You guys, oh there you are.
I just
God.
went, wait, this is so funny. I went to the eye doctor yesterday, totally like doing a side quest right now. And these two little techs were helping my doctor. And this one tech saw my prescription as she was, doing whatever testing she was doing. And she literally turns to me, she's like, wow, you have really bad eyes. And
Oh
I'm
my
thinking,
gosh.
I'm like, girl, I am almost 60 years old. Fuck off. Yes, I do. I
Yeah.
have really bad eyes.
That is
I was so
hilarious.
bothered by
I
nothing
think it's
Yeah.
rude.
happens.
That is rude.
Yeah.
That
I
is
don't know
rude.
why it bothered me so
It's
much.
because it's so like it's
It was insensitive. It was
I just
insensitive. Yeah.
yeah, it's insensitive and it's unnecessary.
She,
Like
and she wasn't thinking about what was coming out of her mouth. She must have been really young.
Yeah, she was in like her early 20s, and I was
Yeah,
just
there
like,
she
yeah,
goes.
my eyesight's really
So
bad. So
let's make sure we write her name down,
you're like,
and then when she's
thanks.
over 60, we go knocking on her door
Thanks.
and tell her she has bad eyes.
Jeez.
I know. I'm sorry, I digress.
God, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So wherever you're in journey, your seat's still here, like I said, and do not give up, ladies.
No,
Yeah.
there's no reason to give up. Good Lord, no.
And, and we know a lot of you this is going to resonate, right? So
Yes,
our
definitely
queens
resonate.
out there, please share, follow and join us at the table.
Yes, queens. And Liz, girl,
Yay.
we love
We
you. Thank
love,
you
love,
for.
Thank
love.
We
you.
We
cannot
love
wait to
Liz.
do the compact next, ladies. So we're
Yes.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
But
My
we
youth
love
never
the Sleep With
ends.
Me. We love, love,
My
love.
youth never
Yes,
ends.
MYNE
Mine.
Beauty
MYNE Beauty.
and Sleep With Me. We were talking about Sleep With Me. Cheese is like a walking billboard to her friends. They're like loving
I
it.
love it.
And
I
they're
love
giving
it.
her all kinds of lip with those lipids. And she let them all in.
See, you learned something tonight.
Yes, we did. I'm gonna be using that lipid word a lot more
Oh,
these days.
yeah. Biomimetic
Oh,
lipids.
biomimetic lipids. I love it. But
Ooh.
thank you, Liz.
Yes,
Thanks for
we
joining us
appreciate you
again.
so
This
much.
was
Yes, of
fun.
course.
Good
You
to
guys
see you.
are
Even though we had
great.
a little technical errors, we're human, just like we're human as women. As we age, we embrace, we lean in, we dig deep, we appreciate, we
And we
are
just did it.
inspired.
Look at you all unscripted and just so fun. I love
We
you,
are
Toni.
inspired.
Toni is
No,
inspired
I'm
tonight.
inspired.
I love
All right,
Yes.
it.
so
No, but
good night,
honestly, Liz, I
guys.
really
It
do
was
love.
so good seeing
Wait,
you.
stop it. Get your
Wait.
glasses on, Cheese. Get your glasses on.
Oh,
You got bad eyes. Oh, well,
You
thank
guys
you,
are
Liz,
too much.
again.
Well, it's my pleasure.
We
I
love
can't
you,
wait to
girl.
come back and talk to
We
you
love
guys.
you.
All
Yes,
right,
we'll
love
have to do
you.
the compacts note. Have a good night, everybody.
All
Oh,